Yeah, I will.
All right, Doc.
This is Kenyatta Cavil with Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. I'm here with the MEAC Commissioner, Dr. Dennis Thomas. Wanted to congratulate him on his vision along with the presidents of the MEAC and their leadership in terms of helping this bowl come together. So I wanted to get into that a little more. You opened up when you had your press conference about the state of the MEAC in terms of the importance of this game. If you would, let's go a little deeper without giving away any major secrets out of this because it's still guarded from that framework. But talk to us again as you talk about coming from an HBCU, living the experience of the Brave, your experiences playing for a historic coach, for a historic program, and now running in a historic conference. Why is it important to provide a greater level of experience for others that may not really be aware of that?
That's what we should be about. Providing positive experiences for others, helping others to be better people. And that's what we should be about. And I think that's one of the goals with the Air Force Reserve celebration.
With that, could you tell me some of the people that touched you to allow you, obviously there's a lot of internal success that you had to do, but what are some of the people that touched you along the way that allowed you to have that influence?
My mother and father, Russell and Marjorie Thomas. And they were the guiding forces. They provided me with the confidence, and they provided me with the work ethic. They provided me with the most important thing is integrity, and to always do my best, and to help others do their best. And so Marino Castle, the Godfather, Marino Godfather Castle,
yes,
and head coach at Alcorn and at Southern University, and director of athletics at Southern University.
yes, sir.
He and Mrs. Castle were instrumental in my professional development.
And I'm sure that made you proud that he was here today, being able to see this come to full picture and see the work that you put in. Everybody put in work. He had a lot of pride. I saw him. He was celebrated, a part of the celebration dinner that kicked off after Wednesday, then Thursday at the Hall of Fame, College Hall of Fame. He was there being honored as a previous inductee of the Black College, like you honored the new inductees. So why was it important to make that connection strategically as you talk about putting all these powerful groups together to somehow come together in such a way that they all got a piece of?
Well, that makes us better. When you get buy-in from all the constituent groups,
Yes, sir.
then that makes the product better.
I understand.
And it makes the journey better because everybody's pulling in the same direction.
Right, because they're putting all those come together. ESPN events, along with ESPN ABC, obviously the MEAC, the SWAC, the 100 Black Men of Atlanta, led by that group, obviously the Celebration Bowl, John Grant, the executive director. So those are many of the pieces of the puzzle that talked about what took place here. If you can, as we close out, last question, talk about some of the events that people may not be aware that the students were able to partake in that started on Wednesday when they got here.
They went to, Wednesday evening, they went to one of the world's best aquariums, Atlantic City, Atlanta City, the Georgia Aquarium.
Yes, sir.
And that was a tremendous experience.
It was beautiful in there. I could see it.
And then
They were in the banquet to give you a little framework for those that may not experience it. Many probably have seen the Georgia Aquarium, but it was in the banquet. They had a giant framework of a glass pool, if you would, in terms of where all the fish were in the back. And they got, after they finished with the dinner, they got to see all the different landscapes.
they closed down the aquarium.
And they were the only ones there.
That's exactly right. And then we had the Hall of Fame champion dinner in the College Football Hall of Fame, which is phenomenal.
Magnificent.
Yeah, and
Led by Jay Harris as the
Yeah.
MC. They brought in the MC.
Yeah.
Jay Harris, lead anchor on ESPN. He did a great speech. Brought in a second lieutenant general at the Air Force Reserve that gave a great speech, talking about his experience of football. Your athletic directors, your presidents were all there. Your senior women administrators, I should say. Beautiful. And then Friday, what was going on for Friday?
Well, I think we had our meetings
Okay.
on Friday, and then we had reception. The NCAA was involved in it as
I did
well.
hear that they.
So, and then
Great.
we were able to go over to the Delta Museum with Delta Airlines.
Wow.
And so that was absolutely great.
Okay. Last question in here. I know you're timed and you're ready to get going. Is there anything that I should give you the opportunity to express that I didn't ask in my question?
Well, I just like to encourage everyone that's in the sound of see this interview to make plans to attend the second
Great.
inaugural, second
And you should too.
Air Force Reserve celebration.
Definitely.
Thanks very much.
I want to thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tennis Thomas, the MEAC Commissioner. Dr. Tennis Thomas here on Kenyatta Cavil with Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Listen to the radio show every Tuesday from 6 to 7, KCOH Radio, 12:30 a.m. You can get it live, kcohradio.com. If not, you can also get it podcast at Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, and you can get that on SoundCloud. Again, I'm signing off, Kenyatta Cavil. Thanks for listening to as we celebrate the inaugural Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl. Today, champions of the HBCU in this game was none other than North Carolina A&T Aggies out of the MEAC.